I'll be loading the syllabus here once I have it completed and approved. And then the thing that I do that's maybe a little bit different from other instructors is that I have your course calendar here. And your course calendar is actually going to lead you to a Google document. So don't screenshot this. You can see it's still in draft mode, but it'll be finalized by the time your class is ready to start. What you're going to be looking for is anything that's in blue is a hyperlink. And what that means is that you can click on it and it's going to lead you to more content. So I do not upload all of this content to Blackboard. I just embed the hyperlinks here on this document. That makes it really easy for me. If I make a spelling error or something like that, or I want to update content, which I do every year, I can just change the content that's on that link and the link stays the same. I don't have to take things down off of Blackboard, put them back up. So it really helps me keep things up to date for you all. So that being said, if you see an error, spelling error, something like that, I am a human, and I appreciate you just sending me a quick email and letting me know that so I can make that quick update. But anyways, what you're going to see on this course calendar document is all of your assignments and then the actual course calendar, and it's going to go through and tell you exactly what you need to do, and it's going to have links for you to click on to complete those assignments. So you'll see that this class is comprised of 40 points worth of discussion boards. So there's 20 discussion boards in this course. The reason we use discussion boards is because this is an online lecture. So you're going to complete lecture materials and then start a discussion board to kind of show evidence that you've completed the lecture, to demonstrate your knowledge and understanding, to ask questions about lecture materials, and then also to dialogue with your peers about the lecture materials. There's going to be 32 points worth of quizzes. So your first week of class, you actually are going to have a quiz over the syllabus and just course information that you've learned so far, including the student handbook. And then you've got 4 more quizzes. So you've got one at week 4, your midterm at week 8, quiz 3 at week 12, and quiz 4 or the final at week 16. You'll see that the midterm and the final are worth 5 points, and the other are worth, the midterm and the final are worth 10 points, and the other 2 are worth 5. Remember that you have to get at least a 76% on your tests and quizzes for the rest of the points to be added in as well. So you cannot pass the course unless you get at least a 76 on your tests and quizzes. And then your other assignments can either bring your grade up even more, or they could drop it down below that 76, which I don't foresee happening for any of you. You also have 24 points of other assignments that are not discussion boards, and we'll talk about those as the semester goes on. And then you have 4 points for performance evaluation. You'll notice there's not a lot of points based on performance evaluation. We really just look at it as an opportunity for you to learn and grow as an upcoming practitioner. So for a grand total of 100 points. The expectation is that you complete your course readings and your lecture materials before you come to lab. Labs are on Tuesdays, which means that you need to be kind of on it. If you're not doing it on the weekend, then making sure you're setting aside time on Monday to complete it. But your lecture is asynchronous, so that means that there's no scheduled time. You do it on your own, and it's all online. So we do not have a scheduled meeting time for your lecture. We don't meet in the classroom for lecture for this class, and we don't meet online at a scheduled time. You're going to do it on your own. The lecture for this class, on average, should take you about 2 hours worth of time in addition to your reading. So there's not a ton of reading for this class. So think about 2 hours or so for your lecture materials. The lab is synchronous, meaning you have a scheduled time to be in lab either on Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, depending on what you've registered for. You need to show up for that time that you've registered for. If you see any yellow highlight, that means I'm working on uploading something such as your course introduction video, like the one I'm creating right now. So let's mosey on down to week 2, just so I can show you better what you would be doing. So week 2, you can see there's no yellow. I've got everything prepared. So you're going to click on the hyperlink. It says read pages 8 through 11 and complete the assessment on page 12. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink and I'm going to open up a separate document. I'm going to read pages 8 through 11. Not a lot of reading for this, right? Where's number 8? Here's number 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Great. I read those. I already forget what assessment it said to do. The assessment on page 12, the next page. So I'm going to do this assessment on myself, and it says, note results of your assessment, complete exercise 1, page 13 for your discussion board. So scrolling down to page 13, I'm going to read this and complete it for my discussion board. Okay, so you're going to see lots of things like that for your lecture. I try to keep it really interactive, that you're reading a little bit, you're doing some activities, and you're applying that knowledge to your discussion board. You'll have reading and activities like that. You'll also have video lectures. So for example, here's a video lecture on time and stress management. Anytime I upload a video, I try to put how long it is. So this one's 20 minutes and 22 seconds. That way you can plan your time out really well. You may find that you need to watch it more than once. That's fine. You may find that I talk way too slow for you and you want to watch it at 1.5 times speed. That's fine too. But either way, you're going to click on this and watch the video. And we're not going to watch it together because you're going to watch it at home. You might get an ad for Peacock. Optional is reading that Moody chapter if you learn better by reading. And then there's some more readings, but you're literally just going to read through what it tells you to do and check off that you've completed every one. You're going to have assignments that are due primarily on Mondays and Fridays. So this is again week 2, but assignments due on Monday. Discussion board executive functioning skills part 1. Your initial post, begin your areas of occupation tracker. And then on Friday, you have the Smart Start thing that's due and responses to peers for discussion board due. Don't worry, we'll explain what all of that means. I just want to highlight for you that where there's blue highlights, that's reminding you of your assignments that are due. So as you scroll through here, the course calendar is lengthy. It looks like a lot, but remember that's because I've put all of the content here for you so that it's easy for you to find, okay? You're going to see highlights there because I've still got some work to do to make sure your course is ready for this semester. As much as I've taught this course, I change things every single year. All right, let's say, we're cruising along in the semester and you're like, man, I know what week we're on, we're already on week 13, time is flying, but I really want to go back and review that whole lecture that Sarah did on APA writing. So what you can do in this document, you can use the find feature. So if you have an Apple like me, it's Command F. On a PC, I think Control F. So find in the document, and then I'm going to type APA, and look, it jumped me right to where the APA stuff was in week 6, okay? So if you're looking for things, that's just an easy trick for you. So again, really quickly, all of the blue means that you can click on it and get to something else. Anything that you see in yellow means that I'm updating that content still, but I'm imagining that by the time your class starts, most of that will be worked out. And you're just going to chug through the semester. You guys are going to be great. If you have any questions about how this is laid out, please let me know. Also pointing out that, we might make some changes throughout the semester, just depending on how things are flowing or if something pops up. If we make any changes, we'll be sure to communicate that with you via course announcement, and I'll mark it up on here. You'll know for sure that it was a change. And then if at any time throughout the semester you're having a problem with the course and the instructor, your first thing to do is to contact me as the instructor. So you're contacting Sarah Heldman. And if you and I can't figure out the issue, then you can talk to the dean, Kathy Ford. She's the dean of the School of Nursing and Health Professions, and I've got her office, her phone number, and her email address there for you. But save yourself some time. If you skip over me and go straight to her, she's going to say, "Did you talk to Sarah?" And if you say no, she's going to say, "Okay, but your syllabus and your course calendar say to talk to her first." So typically we can work things out. All right, that is your course calendar. More info to come, but I just want you to get a lay of the land there. If you have any questions about that, please reach out.